How do you live an authentic life? Do you struggle to find the courage to chase your dreams, speak your mind, or let people see who you really are? I understand how that can feel. I've lived my life hiding for years for fear that I would lose everyone that loved me if they only knew who I was. There's a few things that we can do to overcome this. I'm going to give you the points, and I'm going to tell you the story of what I did and the things that I have faced along my way to becoming authentic in my journey.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
The first thing that I had to do was to admit that I was afraid to express my authentic self. When I realized this, when I realized I wasn't being truly authentic, it changed my mindset. Then I had to analyze, what is the worst case scenario? If I do this, if I actually show up, what could happen to me? Fear can make you run away from something that you shouldn't. Learning to act with courage and accept the fallout of whatever comes is the final step. And there will be fallout if you have not acted with authenticity to the level that you should at this point. There will be people that when they see who you really are, won't accept it. It's hard, it's painful. However, the outcome, the final stage of getting to this is what you truly desire. People that see you for who you are and support you. It can be scary. I faced it too, so I know what it's like. I had some real issues as a kid doing authentic behavior in every aspect of my life. In some ways, I was very authentic and open, and in other ways, I hid because I was scared. When I was 6 years old in first grade, I was attending my school in a little town in Canada. I was of a religious belief that did not match up with some Baptist kids in my school. I didn't know any better. I was raised like they were, to think like their parents made them think, but this particular crew did not like my religious beliefs. They were all probably 11 and 12 in 6th grade, significantly older, significantly bigger than me. They would hunt me down at the end of each day and beat the crap out of me. It was scary. I didn't know what to do. I was a scrapper, so I would try to fight, but one day in particular, I was sitting home, hiding behind the house. I didn't want to go inside and let my mom see my ripped shirt with blood all over it and have her know what was happening to me. And my brother found me, my older brother, and he asked me what was going on. And eventually I told him why these kids were attacking me at school. There was about, 5, 6, 7 of them. I can't really remember. He was in 7th grade at the time, a little bit older than these boys, and the next day he took me to school and we found each of these guys, and he made sure that none of them ever touched me again. It was a great moment. However, it also was a moment that made me decide I would hide my religion from anyone. I did not want them to know that I was of a belief system that would get me beat up. So I hid it. Until 8th grade, I went to the summer games for basketball with my team, and we were playing in the medal round. And I was one of the best defensive players on the team, and I was slotted to check or guard the top player on the other team. However, there was a bit of an issue for me because my parents truly did not believe I should play on Sunday. I was of two hearts on this. As a kid grown in this house and raised to believe what my parents had taught me, there was a part of me that felt I shouldn't play on Sunday. But there was also a significant part of me that truly wanted to play. In fact, I would say that was the greater part. But I did not, in this moment, have the courage to authentically stand in front of my parents and say, I want to play. I don't care if you think I'm bad. I wanted their approval. I wanted them to see me and say I was okay because I didn't believe I was. I also wanted the approval of my friends, but I had to balance who I wanted on my side. The guys that I meet and hang out with playing basketball once in a while, or the home that I live in. And I chose to not play on Sunday. And I chose it because I hoped that somehow it would make my home life better. It did for a minute. I had a lot of great approval from my parents, But I'll never forget when we lost that game. Every member of my team came up to me and shook my hand at the end, not with happiness, but with disdain, and said, "We lost because of you, dude." It was one of those moments that I'll never forget. It was hard for me to face. I did not like it because I was still not being authentic to myself. I was trying to act and look for approval. I was afraid of what to do. I had not discovered what the worst case scenario would be because I wouldn't allow myself to think through the process of taking my own action. I just kind of let the flow of the situation be what it was. I did not hold that choice in my hand. And so actions that were taken and the fallout from it, that experience with my friends saying we lost because of you, weren't even in my choice. The accolades I received from my parents, I couldn't accept because I actually didn't want to not play. I wanted to be on that court, and they were so proud of me for something that I was not even really proud of. This ate at me. But there were some good things that came from it. My friends now knew I had a religious belief system that was foreign to them, and they were very respectful of me for it. It was cool. They supported me in things that I did that didn't maybe make sense to other kids. That was helpful. Some of my friends actually came and began to learn about my church with their parents. That was actually embarrassing for me. I didn't want them to join my church. I didn't want to be a part of it myself. So I wouldn't even join the conversations. I would stay outside and wait till it was over when they were in our house learning, because I didn't want them to even know what it was I believed, because I wasn't sure I believed it myself. All of this happened because I was still at that age, that young age, incapable of showing up authentically. I don't think that's unusual. I think that's normal for all of us to face. But as I look at those moments in my life and the trouble they caused me, in these simple little spaces, the way they hit me and made me not feel like I had accomplished anything because I had not taken control, really make me reflect on what I do and how I act as an adult, and particularly how I move among places where I'm expected to be a leader, or I'm expected to add input, or I'm expected to join with a group of people in anything that we do. How do I choose to show up? If I choose to hide, if I choose not to expose myself, if I choose not to stand up and admit, hey, this is who I am, I don't get to have the opportunity to really, truly see the shuffling of the deck that shows and reveals to me those that are on my team, those that will support me, those that can make me advance to the place I want to go. And you don't know who those people are either, because they don't get to see you. So, how do you live an authentic life? Well, you live it with bravery. You live it by checking with your gut and seeing who you are, admitting, I'm scared. This is an opportunity to expose who I am. I can see there will be a shuffling of the deck, and I accept that with courage. I will move ahead, and knowing that the fallout is always going to be in your favor in the end if you stand up and be real. That's how you live authentically. So stick around. I got a video coming up. Why is authenticity important in leadership? That can add some more insight into this and help you apply it to specifically positions that you're in. Hey, I'm James Burnham. I work as a coach. I got a website, www.jamesgburnham.com. I do have events that are adrenaline-based that get you into the space. I also have a free coaching call if you'd like. Check it out. Like, subscribe, click the bell. Let me know what you think makes you authentic. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Here comes that video, how to be an authentic leader. You want to be authentic, so stick around.